With the recent Godzilla vs. Kong vs. the Justice League finally having concluded, I thought it would be the right time to give my 2 thoughts about what would really happen if lazy plot devices and alternate realities weren't the case, in an encounter between the Men of Tomorrow and the King of Monsters. So I will be taking a look onto both of their most recent and popular on-screen performances to see who out of the two would truly come out on top. So without further ado, let us begin. As usual, we shall go over the strength and attack potency of both participants. In the case of the King of the Monsters, with his new installment, he has grown in power, becoming roughly 2 times more powerful with 20 times the energy storage capacity. This is thanks to his latest evolution after supercharging with the high levels of radiation he stored after defeating Tiamat and taking her lair. This 20 times energy increase would elevate his already insane levels of power to new heights, with his ult power being on those multi-continental levels based on feats like him clearing Ghidorah's storms as well as killing him with his radiation pulses. Him also later performing similar levels of energy when drilling into Hollow Earth with his atomic breath. And in the new movie, he is able to battle toe-to-toe with Shimu, who is stated to have caused a worldwide ice age in the past, and is now, via statements from the novelization of the movie, much stronger than before. With all these feats in mind, plus his new multiplier on his new form, Godzilla should easily be on those planetary levels of attack potency currently. Higher if we take Monarch's statement seriously of Godzilla having similar levels of energy comparable to Hollow Earth, which has been compared to Dwarf Star's levels of energy. There is yet another statement in the Monarch show that says that Godzilla's atomic breath is the most destructive weapon in nature, which would put him above things like black holes and gamma ray bursts. Though these statements seem a little bit hyperbolic, as nothing in the movies or shows comes even close to this level of power, we will be taking it into consideration. As for the Men of Tomorrow, Superman from the DCEU has statements of him being more durable than a planet via Bruce Wayne, has feats like surviving and overpowering the World Engine while weakened as early as his first movie, with the World Engine being a machine that was terraforming Earth into Krypton, which has been calculated to give up multi-continental levels of energy. He has easily outclassed Steppenwolf, who in the past has matched Krypton's moon past this GVE in a fight against the original Doomsday. Superman is considered the strongest being on the planet by Steppenwolf and the Mother Boxes, which would put him above people like Black Adam and Blue Beetle, both of which have their own planetary scaling, with Adam in a possible future that Dr. Fate witnessed being capable of one-shotting the moon with his lightning. A feat the GOAT, Goji Chronic, has calculated to upwards of small planetary. And in the case of Blue Beetle, the Scarab alone is shown capable of one-shotting a world. There are even statements, as loosely as they are, from The Rock that put Superman as the strongest and most unstoppable force in the universe. A bit hyperbolic? Probably. But there are also statements like the ones from Zack Snyder's Watch Party, where he talks about Darkseid having destroyed stars before. Later on mentions how Superman has to match this monster of a god, meaning Superman as well reaches these stellar levels of power. Now when it comes to speed, Goji, while not being the fastest looking guy, he is indeed extremely impressive, with him being capable of fighting and reacting to kaiju like Kong and Ghidorah, who can aim, dodge and block his atomic breath, which has been stated as Cherenkov radiation, which moves at slightly faster than light when passing through a medium. There are also people like Mechagodzilla who can block one of Goji's blasts mid-fire, cementing the King of Monsters' incredible speed anywhere from relativistic to faster than light. In the case of Kal-El, he is much faster, with him as early as Man of Steel being capable of escaping a singularity caused by the Phantom Zone drive, which in order to escape it will already give him faster than light travel speeds. He has the speed to intercept Doomsday's heat vision, which is stated to be a beam of light like all Kryptonians' heat visions are. Superman even becomes much faster than this in his resurrection. This is because back in Batman v Superman, he and Wonder Woman were shown to be relative while fighting Doomsday. Meanwhile, in the Justice League, he was so fast that Wonder Woman and every other leaguer, people who can all react to light speed attacks, appeared frozen in place as Superman tries to catch the Flash. The Flash being someone who can move beyond the speed of light with ease, and Superman is able to react to him. Now what about abilities? When it comes to these two powerhouses, they both have super hot beams of energy as a means of long-range combat, with Godzilla's atomic breath being capable of burning through the female Muro, burning Kong, and countering Shimu's ice breath. And in the case of Superman's heat vision, it was able to cut through Steppenwolf's armor and skin. They both got insane durability and regeneration. But on the side of Superman, he also has super breath, which is capable of freezing objects so thoroughly that he is later able to easily shatter them with minimal force. So, after gathering our intel on both fighters, I think it's safe to say this battle can go multiple ways depending on which scaling method you prefer. Going off the highest interpretation of both, through statements we have Monarch's Godzilla being on those stellar levels of power, if not higher based on the Gamma Burst possibility scaling. Now Superman's highest interpretation would be based on Zack Snyder and The Rock's comments, which would put Superman in the same ballpark as Godzilla. He's on those stellar to solar system levels of power, with the King of the Monsters slightly edging him out due to more concrete canon statements. Now if we go the safer and more consistent route, scaling based on feats and calculations, we got both powerhouses to those planetary levels of power, with Godzilla once more slightly edging Superman out due to his confirmed multiplier and his newest evolved form. So, that's it, Godzilla wins because he is stronger, right? Well, when you factor the insane speed difference, which is something many Godzilla fans tend to ignore, the King of the Monsters would be getting blistered left and right, even granting him the strength advantage. There is nothing he can do to an opponent that would see every attack he makes in slow motion. Yo, gotta remember, the entire Justice League has light speed reactions, yet they were all frozen in place as Superman tried catching the Flash. Even Steppenwolf, who was superior to the combined efforts of the Justice League, found himself unable to land a single solid blow on Superman. And for those troglodytes thinking, yeah, Super is faster, but he still won't be able to hurt Goji, let me ask you a question. What is the equation for force? Isn't force mass plus acceleration? Which would mean that a small gap in strength would be null due to the large gap in speed giving Supes the attack potency edge to defeat Godzilla. Heck, Superman would be so fast he could simply grab Goji and toss him into the sun or into a black hole, giving him the instant W in the fight. So all in all, this fight will not be like the one in the recent comic. Superman would literally speed his way to victory. The winner is the Man of Steel. Hope you'll enjoy today's video. Please like and subscribe to the Fictional Matrix. Make sure to stay tuned for the dope content I have in store for y'all, and have a blessed rest of the week. God bless y'all, and see you in the next video. Christ, Lord, thank you for your forgiveness, and bless those in need. Help them find their way to you. Amen.